guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Aniyah Ciara. I talk all things how to glow up and become the best version of yourself. So if you like content like this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. In order to get the life that you want, in order to achieve the dreams that you desire, you need to build self-discipline. But I feel like you already knew that. Most people already know what they need to accomplish their goals, whether they want to believe it or not. Yes, you need to wake up early. Yes, you have to work out every day and go to the gym. And yes, you need to focus on you. But the struggle is not the motivation, but rather the discipline that you need to achieve the things that you truly desire and to be consistent, to get out of your lazy girl era. So in this video, I will be teaching you guys how to stay disciplined so you can achieve the dreams that you want and stay consistent. Let's talk about discipline. First things first, in order to be disciplined, you have to understand what discipline actually means. Discipline is being a man or woman of your word. That is following through with the things that you say you're going to do. You're gonna go to the gym and lose 5 pounds this month. You're gonna wake up early. You're gonna do what it takes to hit that gym. You're gonna hold yourself fully accountable and not let the overwhelming pressure of your feelings get in the way of your actual goal. It's completely taking your feelings out of it and staying consistent. When you become a man or woman of your word, this means people can fully put their trust into you and know that you are the type of person to be reliable. It means that you're developing that self-trust. I think there's so much power in the tongue. If you say something, you are fully committing to it and sticking to it. If I'm gonna be honest, I feel like the key to discipline is truly just getting tired of your excuses, like getting tired of constant negative cycle that you put yourself through. So that brings me to number 2. Discipline is mindset, motivation is emotion. We all have that inner voice that constantly is trying to get us to justify our excuses to not getting up and going to the gym every day or not saving money because you just want to treat yourself. You know. It's preventing us from staying consistent. I truly feel like motivation is stemmed from emotions and feelings alone. When you're motivated by something, you feel almost a spark. You feel like that energy is lit within you. You feel excited for the moment. You are pumped. And as soon as that motivation runs out, you're done. The best athlete you know, the smartest person you know, has discipline. They're not working out because they necessarily want to. They're not studying because they want to. It's more so they have to. They have to do what it takes. They have to have that self-discipline, get up every day, and to work towards their goal. When I think of motivation, it's that, like I said, that constant spark. Discipline, it's just that flame that is always kept alive because it truly takes self-work to keep on pushing towards your goals every single day. And you have to change your mindset. You have to fix your thoughts, and of course you're going to make excuses for yourself. Of course you're going to try to justify things, but it's so important to just challenge those thoughts, something more positive to keep you going. Your mindset should more so be I have to instead of I should. Yeah, I have to go to the gym in order to lose 5 pounds. I mean, how else would you lose it? It only ruins your self-confidence. There's nothing worse than being a person that just can't fully trust within themselves. They have to rely on outward validation or try to feed off other people's energy for that motivation. It's just so much more satisfying when you can trust fully in yourself and your abilities and stick to your word alone. This is my next one, and I feel like this is so tough. Self-pity. It is so easy to just make excuses for ourselves. Lay in bed depressed because we want this and we can't get it. I want to lose 5 pounds, but I can't. I want this money, but I don't have it. The self-pity has to stop. I feel like the only way, like I said, that you will change is if you yourself want to change. It's not when someone else wants you to. It's not because a friend is doing this and you want to be at their level or you see someone. It's when you want to change. You have to really bank on yourself and put the energy into yourself, really challenge and go back and forth with yourself to get yourself to that next level, to get yourself over that obstacle of just relying on motivation or making excuses for yourself, just feeling sad or sorry. And consistent complaining is almost self-sabotage and reinforces the negative beliefs that you have about yourself. I always tell myself when I'm going through something or I'm not achieving something I necessarily want in that given moment, but there's literally nothing to feel bad about. If you yourself have not exhausted all your options, there is nothing to complain about. If you have not got a job and you weren't applying to 25 jobs a day, going in person, making phone calls, making emails, please. You're wanting to lose 5 pounds, but you're having 6 sweet treats every time for dessert and you go to bed right after that. I mean, fully exhaust your options. If you're struggling in a class or a major or whatever the case may be, were you fully going to office hours? Were you emailing teachers? Were you doing study groups? Were you watching YouTube videos to help you understand a topic? If you weren't, exhaust all your options. I feel like sometimes when it comes to discipline, we really have to help ourselves. We have to be the backbone to our own life. lives. I mean, obviously no one's gonna do it for us, so we have to step up for ourselves and put in the work instead of feeling sorry for ourselves. I feel like for me, this has really helped with achieving my goals and honestly just staying on task and holding myself more accountable to the things that I actually want. Don't blame other people, ways of the world. That brings me to my next one, is get rid of the obstacle. Now, if you have negative people, negative influences in your life, obviously really make sure that you have those boundaries, especially when it comes to the things that you want. A lot of people, a lot of friends may plant seeds of doubt subconsciously or consciously, but it's your job to really just prepare your way. The goal of yours is simply to, again, I always talk about the gym thing. I think it's something everyone can relate to, but if your goal for the gym is to get up early in the morning, like pack your bag, make sure your water bottle's full the night before. If you know you have a huge test coming up, study when it's first announced, not when the study guide is given. You know what I mean? Like, just take the initiative and actually prepare for things ahead of time and don't procrastinate. Make your life easier, not harder. And that brings me to my next one, is to think long term. You don't want anything too fast. I'm really referring to social media and this whole get quick rich schemes that is just a hard no. Everybody wants to be a content creator and so cool, but let's actually look at the reason behind it. Is it to get rich or is it to actually help people out? And I feel like in this day and time, you really have to question your reasoning. And I think that's why a lot of people do struggle with discipline, is because their reasoning is not valid enough. It's usually money focused, which is nice. I mean, everyone does want to make a little income, but if it's solely money focused or you're just following the crowd, along with getting things too quickly, just remember that there's always a flip side to that. I feel like long-term success builds character. It's almost like a self-development. It's like a phase that everyone has to go through, but anything that you get quick can lose just as fast. Know that your present day choices affects your long-term goals, the long-term success. The more you make excuses, the more you try to skip steps towards your process, towards your journey of being successful, is the more it'll come to bite you back in the butt. That's why I always just say, and I literally said to myself the other day, like, make an honest and true attempt at things. Don't try to beat around the bush or make excuses, do things that are just like sneaky. Like, just be true, be honorable. God is watching everything. He blesses those who just work hard, who do what they have to do, who are disciplined in their goals and the things that they want. As a believer, I always say to have discernment. Not every opportunity is a good opportunity. Every money is good money. Really just have the discernment and really just try to stay focused and have that discernment. Next, discipline is about self. Why I say self is because it's truly about the journey that you are on. It has nothing to do with anybody else. In fact, I say that when you do have a goal, it's best to keep it to yourself and not to spread it out to everyone. You don't want seeds of doubt planted in your plans or your goals at all. And I also equate comparison to motivation as well. You can use other people to inspire, but at the same time, I feel like that's still feeling based, and whether or not that person is performing at a high level, it may influence you or kind of unmotivate you. So that's why I say, like, don't compare, just focus on you, your journey that God has you on, and that is it. Understand that the way that, be aware of what you're consuming on a daily basis, because that really can affect your willpower to get up and get moving, get going. Your surroundings is so important, and don't rely and feed off the success of others. Like, of course it's so nice to see people win, but don't let their success or their measurement of success dictate yours, if you know what I mean. I feel like sometimes you may see someone that has like this and that, kind of like with certain situations on like social media. If you see someone, your favorite influencer, have something that you really want, but then something bad happens in their life, so you're like, oh, it's over for me type of thing. Like, no, like that's not gonna be the case. So that's why I say just focus on you completely. Everyone has their own journey that's perfectly curated for them, so don't let comparison be a thief of joy and block the blessings that God has for you. So yeah, that is my video, you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed my how to become more disciplined and get out of your lazy girl era, because we this summer are transforming our lives. If you like videos like this, if you love to glow up and become the best version of yourself, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below.